In our lives, we run many races, some won, some lost, and some without a baton in hand. Some are about skill, many are about effort, and sometimes it's just about showing up. Sometimes winning comes easy, other times you're forced to fight through the pain. There are moments in life when we're forced to find a new lane, when the one we loved is taken away. Hardship, disappointment, setbacks. These aren't just part of a sport, they're part of being human. In those dark moments, the race becomes something more. It becomes about pushing forward and finding a way to finish. Tai Box was a key piece of the mile relay that made it to state last year. Coming into his senior season, he had his eyes set on finishing strong. But this year hasn't gone to plan. After spending the early season on the mend, Tai attempted a return only to suffer a torn hamstring. Now, stuck in rehab and uncertain about what lies ahead, Tai is learning that sometimes leadership means more than running the anchor leg.
It's definitely been an adjustment. Competing is what I love. It's definitely given me a different perspective. I've had to find new ways to contribute, whether it's offering advice, picking my teammates up at practice, or just helping with whatever they need. I've realized leadership is not about performance, it's about presence.
Tai Box is a serious competitor. You know, not being able to run has been tough on him, but he's a kid of high character and integrity, and he's found other ways to lead and to be a part of what we're trying to do this season.
No matter what happens, I will continue to show up day in and day out because this team still matters to me. Just because I'm not on the starting line doesn't mean this is the end of my journey. This team is like family and I want to support them however I can.
It's a different kind of race now. One with no set finish line, but just as much heart.
Ty's not out here running right now, but his voice is still in our heads. He's at every practice, his energy is with us, and that means something.
In track, coaches are always yelling for you to finish the race. But now that I'm not running, it has given a whole new perspective to what finish the race means. Before, it was about crossing the finish line, but now it's about seeing things through even when they don't go as planned. For me, finishing the race means staying engaged, staying positive, and finding a way to grow.
So you know what makes Tai Box really special is that on the track, off the track, he's just a leader. He's a leader in life, and he teaches us young guys a lot of things. And you know, he hasn't stopped leading us, you know, since the injury, and it's unfortunate for him, but he's still the same time, and that's why we love him.
We started the year with one goal, to win state, not to win state with me as the anchor leg. I can be mad at my injury, I can call it unfair, but doesn't help us reach our goal, doesn't help us finish the race.
One thing that we preach is it's not just about one person, it's about the guys around you. We had that conversation today. Tai knows that, and so he is unselfish in the way that he helps the team. And you know, I know this has been hard on him, but he has stepped up and helped us in other ways besides just running fast times.
Track teaches us a lot. One of the biggest things is how it teaches us to deal with adversity. Life is going to throw things at us that we didn't expect. What matters is how you respond. That's a lesson I'll carry long after the season ends.
Seeing Tai show up every day and work hard, even though he's not in the race, really motivates us.
Honestly, some days are harder than others, but I remind myself this is one chapter, not the whole story. Knowing I still have a role to play keeps me going.
He's not just finishing his own race, he's helping us finish ours too.
By no means is Tai's season over. With hard work and rehab, he could very well compete on the track again. And with the fight he has shown through the years, it would be no surprise to see him return. In the meantime, he has led by example and helped his team learn lessons beyond the track.
If I can be an example of being persistent and staying committed, then I've done my job.
For Jackson Heiser, the concept of an injury impacting her season is nothing new. Years of setbacks, an injured hip in middle school, a broken toe that stole her sophomore season, and pain that lingered long after, might have been enough to stop anyone else, but not Jackson.
There were times when I didn't think I'd be able to compete again at this level, but every time I've tried my best. Every time I'd come back from an injury, something would flare up or slow me down. Even though I'm not 100%, I still feel like myself.
This season isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. Every hurdle cleared is a fight, a choice, a triumph.
Jackson has always been a competitor. Even when injuries tried to hold her back, she still showed up. This season, she's really trusted her training, which has shown in her workouts and in her track meets.
It's been incredible to finally see Jackson have a healthy season. After everything that she went through last season, finally seeing her at peak form has been really inspiring. And she's not just back, she's better than ever. My proudest moment this year is hitting a new PR, and I've been chasing those times since freshman year. To finally get there, it felt like the setbacks and the rehab were finally worth it. It reminded me why I love this sport.
In Fort Stockton, Jackson didn't just run, she dominated. Gold in the 100-meter hurdles, gold in the 300-meter hurdles. A statement to the district that she's not just surviving, she's thriving.
I still do feel some pain, but it's definitely manageable. It's definitely not like some of the injuries I've had before, but I've definitely learned to grow through it, and it's nothing like I've had before.
But Jackson's story isn't the only one unfolding this season. Her teammate and close friend, Ava McIntyre, is building something just as special in the sprinting game.
Me and Jackson have been friends for years, and we've always supported each other even when one of us was sidelined. This year, it was like it finally clicked for both of us. I've been working on cutting my time in the 100 and 200, and she's been crushing her hurdles. Watching Ava is really just an honor. Every time she runs, it gives me chills, and it's so cool to be able to see her PR and do great things when she runs. It's been so fun for us to be out there together and just competing and cheering each other on. We help each other up before every one of our races. It's kind of just our thing.
Together, they've become cornerstones of the girls' track team, leaders not just in medals, but in mindset.
The goals these girls have set are met in practice. You see Jackson pushing herself, you see Ava sharpening her drive phase, and it changes the energy of our practices. They lead in different ways, but they both bring this fire that's contagious.
I want to keep on building up this momentum and set goals to make it past district and make it to area. But more than that, I want to know that finishing this season, I gave it my all and everything. That I didn't let the past hold me back.
Every meet is a checkpoint, another lap in the season-long race. And in Fort Stockton, the Rangers weren't just trying to win, they were trying to prove that their race isn't over, not even close.
Coming into this meet, I knew we could be better from the last meet, and we wanted to prove ourselves that we aren't done growing and we can improve every week.
I thought in Fort Stockton we had a solid performance. I was slightly disappointed in some of the things because I was hoping for more than what we got. I think there were several factors that led to that. I'll take part of that blame. The other part is coming off of spring break and maybe lack of focus, maybe a little bit of boredom setting in. We've been running just kind of against the same people over the last few weeks, and so I think that's kind of where we're at. We should get a good test this week.
The 4x4 capped the night with another gold. A time of 3:23:04, dominant, but still short of the 3:19 target. The goal hasn't changed, but now it's becoming a question. How bad do they want it?
We met as a team this morning and with all leaders of the team, and we talked about trust and loyalty and love and respect for each other. And the bottom line is whatever we accomplish, whatever happens with this, it's really up to them because they're the ones that are running the races and they're the ones that are carrying the batons.
We've got the pieces, we've got the speed, but now it's about sharpening every leg.
This team is running well, but well isn't good enough. We need to look beyond the next meet and try and get there.
Oh, what motivates us isn't getting a medal and winning, it's knowing that we haven't peaked yet.
Across the board, The boys delivered, from Kaysen's double gold in the 110 hurdles and 400, to Dylan's first-place finishes in the long jump and the 300 hurdles. Jaden Colvert once again swept the throwing events, and the boys swept both the long jump and the shot. It was a statement, but one written with urgency.
Every time a guy is coming down the home stretch, I'm right there, and I think I'm always yelling, finish, finish. It's so important to keep your foot on the gas for the last few meters, even when it hurts, you know? And so I think, you know, that's where we're at right now. We have to finish the race. And right now, there's some things that are kind of, you know, we're getting kind of lackadaisical on some things. And I don't think that there's any more important theme or motto that we can have right now. It's finish the race.
You know, all season there's a big thing. You know, there's a big motto that we have is just finish the race, and that isn't just one race. It's, you know, it's a combination of things. You know, finishing out the season, district champs, and everything, and keep moving forward.
The girls came to compete too, medaling in 12 of 17 events, including all 3 relays, and racking up an impressive 201 total points. Ava McIntyre dropped a 13:03 in the 100, just a blink away from elite status. Talani Weeks powered to gold in both the 200 and 400, and May Savage returned from softball to post a season best in the 800. Even in events where the Rangers hadn't traditionally scored, they made strides. Erin Carrillo's 10-6 pole vault added key points. Gracie Underhill shattered her PR by over a foot.
We're adding pieces every week someone steps up, and that's what a great team does.
It's like every practice is to close that gap to get 319 to district to state.
The Fort Stockton Invitational was a checkpoint, a reminder that the race isn't about where you start, it's about how you finish. In Greenwood, they're still running.